I just wanted to point this out. Often in the chat, and there was, I think, a few comments on the last webinar, there will be comments like, so I say there's no such thing as SV40, and I went into how they came to the misconception that there was such a thing as SV40. SV40 is allegedly the simian virus, SV. It's the 40th such simian virus found, and they allege that it's a highly pathogenic virus which causes cancer and is responsible for either lymphoma or leukemia, I'm not sure which, or many other types of cancers potentially. And it's a explosive expose that people have found this in polio vaccines. Was a big thing with Andrew Wakefield's expose, and many other people have picked it up. And I made the claim that it's of course nonsense. There is no SV40 ever. It doesn't exist. So it certainly can't be in a vaccine. And I went through the methodology of how they came up with that, which is very simple. They do a cell culture of a simian culture, monkey green kidney cells, or green monkey kidney cells. And when it breaks down those particles that they see in there, which of course are not viruses, they number them, and so they of course show up in the final product, because that's what the final product is. That is what a live vaccine is just a cell culture, sometimes filtered and cleaned up a bit. No virus needed or found or present. So when people say, well, so-and-so, Dr. So-and-so says there is a simian virus 40, and so-and-so doctor says, of course, they found simian virus 40. Here's my point. I don't really want to know that. I don't really want to know that somebody said there is. If somebody said there is, and you want me to look at their claim, what I want to see is them describing the methodology of how they came to that conclusion. Just restating it like, well, of course there's simian virus 40, or well, it's just nomenclature. Who knows what a virus is? It could be an in silico virus, or it could be lab created or something. None of that means anything. I mean, nothing. Because unless that person goes through the method steps of how they came to the conclusion that there is a simian virus number 40 that meets all the definition of what we commonly refer to a virus, then there's nothing for me to respond to. They just are saying the same thing that everybody says. Of course there is. They don't give any reason for saying that. They don't describe how they came to the conclusion. Mostly, of course, because they don't know how they arrived at that conclusion. And so there is nothing for me to respond to in those cases. So really, if you want me to look into a claim by somebody else who says I'm wrong, I think it's actually your responsibility to give me the time mark or the page or the citation where they actually go over how they arose, how they came to that conclusion that differs from mine. Because I see over and over again, so-and-so says, of course they isolated it, but so-and-so never describes the definition of isolation, or how this experiment that they're referring to actually fits the definition. That we never see. So if you want me to examine a claim, that's what you got to do. Hopefully that's clear, because I'm happy to look at people's description of how they came to it. What I'm not happy to do is to just say somebody said it is, so why do I say it isn't? I already said why I said it isn't.